Nick Swisher, I hope you bring some energy today, buddy. How you doing?
Oh, bro, I'm bringing that for you every day, man. You know that.
Nick, great to hear from you, man. I always enjoy talking about all things baseball, and especially enjoy having these conversations with you when your Yankees are struggling. As you know, I grew up in a Red Sox household, so with the Yankees having the season they're having right now, what's the biggest problem out in the Bronx, and do you think the series against my dad's Sox will get him back on track?
Hey, by the way, it was kind of cool to see a totally different lineup out there. Feel like that lineup brought a little more energy, kind of brought a little different vibe than what it had been. But listen, man, this is the second half of the season. This is where the Yankees historically have absolutely thrived. And listen, man, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. We've all heard that. And I think right now, if you're looking at the lineup moving forward, I think for myself, obviously being able to get guys like Aaron Judge back, Gio Urshela, Kyle Higashioka, all those guys, as well as Jonathan Loaisiga coming out of the bullpen, I think if you're looking at it, man, Luis Severino's right around the corner, right? So being able to get somebody like him back, even though I think he'll be at his best probably next season, even to be able to bring a right-handed power arm like that, I definitely think gives this team a jolt. Listen, definitely kind of put themselves behind the eight ball a little bit. The Boston Red Sox have had a tremendous season, as hard as that is for me to say. It's been a lot of fun to watch the success that those guys have had. And also, to the rise of a team like the Toronto Blue Jays, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. I mean, we're talking about the front runner other than Ohtani for being the MVP, as well as the Tampa Bay Rays, man. So everyone knows how good they are. I think the AL East is back, man. It's awesome to see four amazing teams that can compete for that first place spot, man. It's going to be a lot of fun to see what happens down the stretch. But coming from my pinstripe blood, it's coming, baby. The boys are coming back. I think they've got a new energetic way about going about their business this second half, and I'm really excited to see what's going to happen.
Nick, I really miss the days of heading out to the Bronx to sit out there in the bleachers and scream "Go Blue" and different Michigan things at you, being that you're an Ohio guy. I used to love doing that when you played right field for the Yankees, but now the fans are interacting with the players in a much different way. You've had some encounters, of course, with the bleacher creatures over the years on 161st Street in the Bronx, but when you saw what happened to Verdugo the other night, what were your thoughts, and did it make you think about any kind of interactions that you had with fans throughout your career?
Yeah, no place, right? No place in sports. And, listen, you try and create a safe place for athletes. And, understanding going to a game, that sort of stuff can't be happening. I don't think whoever that individual was is going to be watching any baseball games anywhere other than his living room, I think, for a while, according to, being banned from all 30 ballparks. There's no place for that in sports, man. I thought that's just a bad look. Listen, man, I mean, I know the Yankee Red Sox rivalry is strong, but, listen, no place for that in sports, man. I'm even thinking to myself, I've never had something like that thrown at me, never a ball, but quarters, batteries, things like that. But, I mean, come on, man, we're talking, mid-2000s right there. I mean, things have changed a little bit in that time. But for me, I think, spectators need to understand these athletes are going out there giving everything they have, trying to create a safe place for them would be something that you would want to do. So, yeah, no place for that in the game. But, listen, some of those things happen. But I don't want, one individual, one apple spoiling the whole bunch. You know what I mean?
Nick Swisher joins the show, Fox Sports MLB analyst, lives by the code. If you don't, what's the code, Nick? Don't bro me unless you know me. Those are the words to live by.
Don't bro me unless you know me, baby.
Don't bro me unless you know me. Nick Swisher joins the show. Ben Lyons in for Rich on the Rich Eisen Show. Walk us through your mindfulness routine, Nick. Are you meditating these days? What are you doing to kind of bring it inward? Are you working on a Wim Hof breath routine? Well, talk to me through your self-care.
Yeah, right, bro. Right now, man, I'm a stay-at-home dad, baby. Right now, we just got back here to Tampa. Joe finished doing second season of Sweet Magnolias, which I could not be more proud of her, man. It's been an absolute awesome season. And for myself, man, just kind of getting back into the flow of things. For myself, being, a special advisor with the Yanks, I get the opportunity and the pleasure to go and watch the next crop of young athletes, right? The next crop of young stars that are coming through. So for myself, I was able to go down to the facility today, watch some young kids play a little ball, especially all the new draft kids. That's the best part, is meeting these kids, seeing how wide-eyed they are. And for myself, man, just letting them know, hey, welcome to the family. It's time to get to work.
Can you imagine you're a young player
to have all those things for me, bro? I'm digging it, man.
Can you imagine you're a young player, you're living out your dream to play Major League Baseball. You get called up by the New York Yankees, the most historic and prestigious team. You're going to put on the pinstripes, and your first day, it's like your first day of school, and you meet Professor Swish. And this guy shakes your hand.
You know what? You already did. You already heard from me on Instagram, so we've already communicated. I'm telling you, man, I feel like that's such a great way to keep in touch with a lot of my players is directly through Instagram, man. It's been a great outlet for me. It's been a great communication tool. But, bro, for me, you know me, man. I'm loving on you, man. I want the best for you. You know, I want to bring energy to the ballpark. I want to bring excitement, and I want you to know how blessed and fortunate that you are to be able to be putting on the pinstripes. I think there's something to be said for that, man. The culture you create is exactly what you're going to get out of it. And for myself, man, you know, bleeding pinstripes, bro, it's very easy for me to push that Yankee way because in my mind, you know, it's the best way.
Nick Swisher joins the show, friend of the show, hanging out with Ben Lyons here, filling in for Rich on the Rich Eisen Show. And you talked about the draft and representing the Yankees, a tremendous honor for you, obviously. And like you said, a great way to get connected with the next generation of players. I saw the Anaheim Angels draft board, Nick. 20 picks, 20 pitchers. That was crazy. Didn't take one position player. To me, that tells me what their future plans are with Ohtani. If they want to sign him long-term, I would imagine that at some point they're going to have to get him off the mound and put him in the outfield or have him DH or do something else. When you're sitting back watching Ohtani, A, are you thinking about what it would be like to face him as a hitter? And B, what do you think about the Angels' strategy of taking pitchers, and is it connected to Ohtani's future in the sport?
Well, I tell you what I am thinking. I'm thinking what it would like to be him, bro. I mean, come on. This guy is like a monster sensation. He's 6'6". Listen, bro, you heard the story about the 150 stacks he got for participating in the Derby, and he gave it all away? Bro, come on, man. Like, people don't just do that. I think that's bigger than anything he's ever done so far in the game, was just his overall will to give back to the people that have made the experience great for him. Like, that's unbelievable to me. I'm thinking to myself, he just gave $150,000 away? Oh, my. I mean, bro, come on. Listen, he hits balls out into outer space. He throws 100. He hits it 100. He is so huge for the game and for young athletes, man, because it's that dual threat, right? I mean, that's what I did when I was coming up. I would pitch, I'd play first, I'd play center, I'd play all over the place. It's not about being specialized. It's being able to be that all-around athlete and to be able to have somebody as athletic as Ohtani, in my mind, probably the most athletic guy on the field at all times, other than maybe, you know, Aroldis Chapman, who's probably right up there with him. I mean, these guys are to bring these athletes into our game, man, it's huge. It's huge for this young generation to watch what's happening because they want to be Ohtani. We need those role models. We need those stars in our game, especially if we want to grow it. So to have Ohtani part of MLB and to almost be, in a sense right now, the big story, the face of MLB, brother, I mean, everything he's doing on and off the field is spot on. I'm a huge fan. And I think everybody else should take notes because this guy's doing it the right way.
You mentioned the idea of playing, you know, multiple positions or multiple sports and just showcasing your natural athleticism as opposed to being a specialist, but coming out here and pitching and batting. It's what the best kid on the team always did in Little League.
Yeah, always Kelly Leak, baby. You know what I mean? Come on.
And now he's continuing to do it in the show. It's remarkable. I know you're a huge fan of all sports. And with the Olympics coming up, you seem to be the kind of guy who maybe thought about pursuing, you know, one of these fringe sports, one of these Olympic sports. How do you think you would have fared, Nick, in rock climbing or team handball? Or could you put on the spandex and do cycling?
Hey, brother, if that was my path, baby, whatever you need me to do, right? Like, listen, handball, I think I would have been pretty good, got pretty good hand-eye skills, right? I mean, what were the other, some of the other ones you were talking about?
Ping pong?
Cycling?
How's the ping pong game?
Man.
Who was the best ping pong player on the 09 Yankees?
Oh, man, ping pong would have been epic. You know, baseball players got great hand-eye. We could be up there in that. Cycling, definitely work on my cardio, not my thing. I'm more of an anaerobic guy. But I'm telling you, man, I'm a monster Olympic guy. I love watching these because it's 4 years of discipline and maybe more to get to this moment, and you get one opportunity, one chance, all that training for one opportunity, man. It's unbelievable. The emotions are running high. I'm stoked. I love that. The overall, the love that people have for their countries, it comes out, man. I dig all that stuff, man. So I can't wait for the Olympics to get going on for all the American athletes, as well as all the athletes, man. I can't wait to watch, man. Put on a great show for us.
One sport Swisher would have crushed at? Sumo. Sumo Swisher.
Oh, no. No, rock climbing, bro. I got pretty good grip strength, so maybe. But I don't know. Man.
I know you'll be watching. I know you're fired up to watch all the Olympic coverage, obviously, just as a fan of all sports. And something tells me you're dialed in for Game 6 tonight. Bucks and Suns. Does Chris Paul have something left in the tank, shock the world, or is tonight the coronation of Giannis?
Wow, bro. Giannis is fantastic, right? I mean, everything that we've seen, even Booker's been amazing. CP3, I mean, come on. It's been a great story for both squads. But at the end of the day, man, listen, bro, it's hard to stop Giannis. He's putting up absolutely, Nintendo-type numbers. So I think right now, man, it's hard not to go with Giannis. It's hard not to go with the Bucks right now. And for him to be crowned the champion, bro, I mean, bigger, faster, stronger. I mean, the guy's absolutely unbelievable on the court. A lot of fun to watch.
Nick, we were thinking about what he must be like in the moments before the game. He's so intense, focused, locked in. Take us into the locker room of the 2009 World Series. What's your demeanor like before the final game?
Focused, right? I mean, like at this moment, you don't have to tell anybody what to do. You know what's on the line. And if you can't feel that in your bones, maybe you might be in the wrong business. I think right now, from where those guys are, the nerves are going crazy. Obviously, you want to finish the job, right? You want to finish the story, finish the race. So for those guys right now, man, to be able to have the ability to lock that thing up tonight, go for it, because anything can happen in the Game 7. You know that.
I feel like Nick before a game would have been LMFAO party rock, but it sounds like he was really locked in and focused. I feel like he would have been jacked up.
Bro. I mean, I'm like that all the time, right? Like at the end of the day, you don't want to do something. You don't want to be somebody you're not, right? Like be authentic, be you, right? At this moment, everybody knows their routines. Everyone knows what they need to do, right? Everybody knows who's counting on who. So in that locker room right now, man, nothing but love, excitement, and a lot of nerves. For sure.
Well said. Nick Swisher joins the show, MLB analyst for Fox, and now returning down to Tampa. You seeing Tampa down there? You seeing Tampa Tam down there? Tampa? What do you call them?
Bro, what do you mean? You mean down here in Tampa Bay?
Yeah, you seeing TB12 down there? Do you guys run into each other? Tampa Bay down there? No?
Man, we've been having celebrations down here. Like seems like every other season right now, bro. You know, I mean, it feels like everybody's getting together down here in Tampa.
Feels like it's like Manhattan Beach East, where all the athletes are here in Southern California, hanging around MB. Now you got the Lightning, you got Tom Brady, you got Swish doing it big down at like a Don Shula's Steakhouse in Tampa. What's the vibe,
bro? The fact that you just said Swish and Tom Brady in the same sentence, bro, I'm taking it, bro. I'm taking it, bro, for real.
Nick Swisher joins the show, and if you're looking at the back half of the season here, Swish, as we wrap things up, Brockman's a diehard Sox fan. My dad's a huge Red Sox fan.
I know there's a lot of red over there for sure. I know it.
I'm getting emails every time Verdugo does anything. What are the Red Sox chances for continuing the exciting first half into the second half? You think they got a real shot to win this thing? Huge chance. And remember, Chris Sale's right around the corner, right? Everybody almost forgot about him. Guess what? Former Cy Young, he's coming back too, and he's going to be healthy. So I think, listen, if you're coming from a Yankee fan, for myself, listen, we got a lot of games left with the Rays, with the Red Sox. We control our own destiny, but those teams aren't laying over. And I think something else, I think the power has shifted in the East in a sense to where, those teams, the Red Sox, the Rays, the Toronto Blue Jays, they're not scared of the Bronx Bombers anymore. They're not scared of the New York Yankees. They go toe-to-toe with them. So I think at the end of the day, listen, a lot of work to do in New York, but a lot of talent is in that locker room, man. They can go on a run just like anyone else can. But right now, if you're the Boston Red Sox, listen, you've put yourself in a great position right now.
and you've got some people coming back. Everything they've done from their 3, 4, 5 batters. I mean, the best in the big leagues, man. Listen, Bogarts, Devers, and J.D. Martinez, come on.
I'm rooting for them, Nick, so my mother has a great summer because it just improves everything in the Lyons family household when the Sox are doing well. So rooting for them.
By the way, man, listen, they've had a tremendous season thus far, man. And they put themselves in the driver's seat. And listen, if you're talking about, making a playoff run, listen, man, you feel like they have the arms in that rotation to do it. Offensively, nobody's been better. Right now, you got to feel like Boston's in the driver's seat right now in the AL East.
Send my love to Joe and the family. We appreciate you checking in, man. Don't bro me unless you know me. Nick Swisher, the greatest. Next time we'll have some time for your mantras and your meditation routine, okay, buddy?
You know I'm big on affirmations, baby. Put it out in the universe, y'all, if you want it to come true. You know it.
Nick Swisher joins the show. Thanks so much, man. We have the bat signal.
Love you guys, man. Talk to y'all later.
City needed a hero. Gotham needed a hero. We put up the bat signal, and Swisher saved the day.
Yeah. Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.